We have been talking a lot about all the kind of technologies, whether it's AI, whether it's IoT, blockchain. One stuff that we probably didn't talk too much about was augmented reality and virtual reality, which again, you're going to get a taste of that also now. We're looking forward now to a stimulating panel discussion. What we'd like to explore during this panel discussion is the opportunities that the new technologies throw up, the challenges, and of course, the way forward. So let me start with Suresh. What are the kind of opportunities that you see in this entire space out here when we're talking about digital transformation, the whole Internet of Things space?
Whatever the manual operation which is done by human beings today, we basically use sensors and then collect the data and do some processing on it. And to do that, first we need to do sensing. We don't do any sensing if you look at in this country at this point of time. So to reach there, I would say from an India perspective, from sensing to that place, it will take minimum 3 to 4 years from now. So it is not an opportunity. It is a dire need, and we are terribly late.
Thanks, Suresh. Let's move to Subram. Given the theme of this particular panel discussion, how to build an intelligent real-time enterprise, what are your quick observations from an IBM point of view?
The changes that enterprises are going through to become an intelligent enterprise, that is real. That transformation is happening, and it's happening in multiple places. Whether it is cloud or data or AI, cognitive or systems of engagement-based digital transformation. We are seeing the transformation happening in all codes. And fundamentally, this is a journey in itself. These changes that enterprises are taking are done with a business purpose, very specific business purpose. It has to serve a specific business application or purpose, and context need to be set.
Thank you. Bala, coming to you. In fact, actually, Bala asked me, saying, do you think that what would be the topic of the Mint Enterprise Tech Summit next year? So I said digital transformation, but that's what I said even when I started this. He's saying, no, I don't think so. So let's hear from him. Why exactly is an outlier, and why exactly does he feel this way?
I am a conformist with a contrarian view. 2 to 3 years ago, every seminar you went to, every workshop you went to, every event we went to, what was the word we heard or the acronym we heard? SMAC. So we call it digital transformation. So what will it be 2 years from now? I don't think we'll call it by this name. I just think we've been digitally transforming for close to more than 3 decades. It is digital transformation as we know it today. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we will still be transforming, and it will still be digital. We just won't call it that. It is the data journey. And none of this stuff, systems, applications, or any of these things we talk about can work without the basic underlying neural system called connectivity, right? And I represent Orange here, and that's what we do for a living.
Thank you, Bala. Vaishali, even as these discussions where we're dealing with so many jargons, augmented reality, virtual reality. So could you just tell us very quickly how exactly all these buzzwords are actually changing how enterprises are looking at data and business propositions?
Sure. Great question. Thank you so much for having me here. So I'm actually making everybody's lives easier by using one term, extended reality. So you don't have to remember augmented, virtual, informed, mixed, whatever the realities you have. There's just one umbrella term, extended reality. Right? So it's not that these are actually new terms. They've been around for a while. The reason that this has really come into mass consciousness now is because, like everybody here has mentioned, it's because data has evolved, because there has been this thing that we're calling digital transformation. So with extended reality, essentially, I believe that right now it's not a buzzword anymore.
Thank you, Vaishali. Jayant, I always keep the consultant for the last leg. It's because I want the consultants to take a neutral view. How do you connect all the dots? Because on the one hand, you'll have the startups talking a lot about AI and all the new buzzwords.
Yeah.
On the other hand, all are saying temper your expectations, which is also true.
The era that we're getting into, whatever you might want to call it, you call it intelligence era, or the post-PC era, whatever that is, they will be driven by, to paraphrase Bala's explanation, data synthesis platforms, right? Now, these are platforms which have the ability to, to collect data, okay, analyze them, okay, and initiate actions, okay, in real time, okay. And now anyone who builds these integrated data platforms, data synthesis platforms, is going to drive the next era. And what now we're bringing that down to technologies, those data synthesis platforms will require sensors. Then we're talking about IoT solutions. Then they'll need connectivity protocols. Then they'll need advanced analytics, machine learning, or AI. We are in the stage of all these technologies growing and emerging in their own way, and there are they're all advancing in the fast way, right? I mean, individual technologies are evolving in their own way, but the magic will happen when the convergence hits, and we are seeing very early stages of that in some cases. But this next era of we call it a data journey, call it data synthesis platforms driving them. That inflection point will come when some of these technologies will start working with each other like magic.
So I think we have hit the nail on the head. I think there's a clear agreement that your algorithm or your AI is as good as your data. So please give all the panelists a very big hand.